first case of anything I've ever bought, miniatures or cards, which kind of speaks to how interested I was in this product from Paizo and WizKids. I've saved you the comedy that was opening up the box was actually shipped in. You wouldn't believe the number of peanuts that were in it, like 2 feet worth. Anyway, looks like we have here our 4 retail packs inside a long box. Here's what we look like. Each booster pack contains 1 collectible figure. Let's see what that's all about. Okay, looks like we were saying, retail box. So we have here 3 large size boxes and a whole bunch of these little bitty ones. Let's see what those look like. I suppose for those people that, well, won't serve any purpose for me, but if you were selling, that's not a bad little set top. Okay, well, that interests me. It is not vacuum sealed. So you just pop it right open, and the first large we pull out is pretty impressive. Etten. From what I understand, this is one of the larger of the large size miniatures. In fact, it's a little large to be considered a large, in fact, but pretty nice looking. Up there. And here we have 2 figures: a giant rat and gnome fighter with crazy bright orange hair. You want to see here in perspective the difference between these figures. This is a small and this is a large. He's a lot larger. Dire rat is also a small and practically towers over that poor little gnome. Okay. Ah, cool. This is one of the miniatures that I was most interested in seeing how they did. This is a frost giant. Now you'll notice in that picture you just saw that it is missing a hand. The reason for that is because, and this is a first as far as I know in plastic miniatures, the hands are hot swappable. Now in more traditional miniature gaming, some people mod their figures to do this with magnets and such. In this case, it looks like it's more like a ball and socket deal, almost like an old action figure. And they have these things in here pretty well. Anyway, got ourselves a broadsword, and an axe. Now they're in there pretty good. As you can see, even beating on it doesn't come off. I wouldn't suggest swapping those out too often. I'm sure that eventually stress would cause those joints to weaken, but for average play it should be fine. The best thing about that is that if you have two frost giants, you can easily distinguish between the two. You have one an axe, one a sword. Okay, another figure here. Troll. Fitting with their particular style of art. It's a little more cartoony than my taste, but the design's nice. The back looks good. Just has big cartoon hands. Okay, that's the three largest from that pack. I don't think I'm going to open all of these on screen, but still kind of worth a look. Now this one's nice. Giant spider. In fact, that one is just a plain old giant spider. No special name for that one. Now this is a very nice looking medium-sized miniature. Lizard folk, Trident. Lizard folk champion to be precise. This matches their design from several of the, especially Kingmaker. Goofy little figure, human rogue. Not exactly my favorite sculpt. It's a little, I don't know, generic looking almost. I do strangely appreciate the cap, the Seven Dwarves kind of cap there, but other than that, not really doing much for me. Okay, we took a moment to unbox the rest of the miniatures. You can see they're all laid out here. I'll be going through those in a minute. Not quite as many as I was expecting, and I understood the numbers, but you always think you're going to get more than you do. What we have here is the promo piece, the perk for purchasing the case through the Paizo website, pre-ordering it. That is one of the nicer dragon sculpts I have seen, so I'm pretty happy with that purchase. Anyway, pretty nice, all things considered. Box of Cummins in is nice too, but you know, that's not going to serve any purpose. Anyway, in closing, I'm pretty happy, all things considered. Looks like I ended up with every single miniature in the set and duplicates of most. So overall, I'd say the purchase was worthwhile as far as such things go. I mean, of course, we're looking at discretionary spending here, but if you're involved in the game to the point where we are, and you want to be able to use miniatures that actually represent what you're using on the field, then it's pretty much worth the expense. And I think the product definitely lived up to expectations. Paizo's been pretty well known for their quality, and their miniatures, even though it's going through WizKids, definitely live up to that. This is not second-tier product. Although I don't necessarily like all the designs, I think some of them are a little cartoony. Overall, I think they are fantastic. And this one in particular will be seen by my players very soon. Anyway, this is Kane. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that we can do this again.